Well, good morning, everyone. How are we doing? I think I'm doing good. I started today by, well, we're in Penticton. I shouldn't be in Penticton. I'm at home. I shouldn't be at home. In the morning, I bobtailed to OK Falls, grabbed my trailers, did my pre-trip, and I had a flat tire.
The traffic light.
Thanks, Carmen. Completely flat tire. Exactly the one we got repaired on Friday. On Friday, I had to get a tire repaired in Grand Forks, and apparently it didn't take because it was flat. And these guys found that the bead was messed up, so I don't know if that happened from repair or
Continue on
from
Highway
running on it
97.
empty for a couple of kilometers. I didn't run on it very long at all on empty, but just to get to the shop. But either way, they put a different old steer tire on there, which is perfect. It was low on tread, matches the tread next to it, so perfect. So we're leaving Penticton again. Now, instead of leaving at, what time is it now? 9 o'clock. So instead of being on the road at 7:30, we're leaving 9 o'clock, and 7:30 from OK Falls, we're leaving 9 o'clock from Penticton. So that's an extra half hour driving to get back to OK Falls. Not quite, but so 2 hours behind. I'm about 2 hours behind. Whatever. Used to let things like that stress me out. It's out of my control. What are you gonna do? The dispatch asked if I could run all the way to Grand Forks with that tire, and I'm like, no, I couldn't. First off, it'd be illegal to do so, and second off, that tire would peel apart, hence why it's illegal to do so. Yeah, I just topped it off with air. I have like an air hose in the cab. I topped it off with air like that, and it kept leaking, but top it off, and it has at least some air pressure in it when you're driving down, right? So if I want to go Grand Forks all the way, I'd be pulling over every half hour or so, topping off the tire just so it wouldn't peel apart on me. I'm running empty, however, so there's probably not a lot of pressure on that tire. Very, very little pressure on that tire when running empty. It looks like it's going to be another one of those overheating type of days where I'll be just climbing really slowly over the mountains once I'm loaded. It is what it is. Talked to another driver and he says a lot of these trucks have that problem. He said his doesn't have that problem, but a lot of these do. I have a friend that drives a car just like that, but I don't see her being down this way. That could have been her. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but it's definitely a unique car that sticks out. I've seen a couple like that, but not very many with that paint job. Orange with the white racing stripes on it. Yeah, the speed limit on this road should be 90 at least, because everybody does 100. But having said that, there are a lot of driveways and stuff like that, so maybe 80 is a safer speed. The scale is open, but not for me, not going southbound. It's open for any northbound traffic. Having said that, the way the scale is designed, there is the roadway so you can pull in southbound. But there's no signing for a scale southbound. So why they've designed it so you can pull in southbound but no signing for southbound, I don't know. So I'm headed to KIW, South Slocan. It's kind of north of Castlegar, south of Nelson, between Castlegar and Nelson. Grabbing a load there that's going to Richmond. So I wonder where I will end up tonight. Do some math. Merge in. There's a couple of cars behind me, but they don't feel like passing. Even though I'm running empty, I'm going to have to...
5 kilometers, turn right on Highway 97.
Thanks, Carmen. Even though I'm running empty, I've got to go down this hill at 50 kilometers an hour. Waterman's Hill. And almost every year you see a big truck or like a cube van or a semi rolled over. Or a water tanker, you know, a big vehicle rolls over on that corner on quite a regular basis. So let's see, according to the Garmin, it's going to take me 13 hours to arrive in Richmond, plus loading, so that's 14 hours. Plus all those mountains and passes, and that's a solid hour and a half. So 15 and a half hours. I will not make it to Hope. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. I'm going to sleep somewhere in Manning Park. That is my prediction. I'll be country, sleeping in the bears country, sleeping with the bears. There, that's what I was looking for. Sleeping with the bears. That'd be cool if I woke up and there were bears around the truck. Ooh, see a deer down there on the right hand side. So far I have not seen a lot of bears this year. I'm quite surprised. Especially since I'm driving every single day. You'd think you'd see more bears. Just the one black bear and the one grizzly. Looks like there's a underground spring coming through the highway. Because it hasn't rained here for weeks, so there's got to be some kind of spring coming through. The water has found a way through the highway. And then we have to do 60 on these corners, even though the speed limit's 80, but the suggested speed is 60. And then we come into OK Falls.
In 1 kilometer, turn right on Highway 97.
Highway 97? Garmin had a hiccup. This bridge is always a little tricky. Coming around the corner, you want to go wide, but not too wide. You don't want to hit that curb. That would do a bunch of damage. Yeah, I did some motorbike riding on weekend, on Saturday and Sunday. I was bored of parking lot practice, and I really want to practice my slow speed.
Turn right on Highway 97.
Higher speed, like over 50 kilometers an hour, is so easy on a bike. That just all
Continue on Highway 97.
comes so very easy. Everything is natural, even really slow. I can balance that bike going really slow. The stuff that I'm struggling with is the clutch control and throttle control. I'm not super struggling with it, but that's the stuff I want to practice on because I'm the worst at those things. So I happened to drive down Lakeshore Drive, and the traffic was mind-numbingly slow. I'm like, perfect, let's keep driving back and forth on Lakeshore Drive. Nice cool breeze coming off the lake, and sure as heck better than a parking lot. Although my supervisor still finds it boring driving the same road over and over. But in a month from now I'll have, well, I better pass my skills test. That would suck if I failed it. A month from now I'm going to take my skills test, and if I pass that, I no longer need a supervisor, and I'm no longer limited to 60 kilometers an hour. And riding bike, it seems completely natural to me. I've had a couple where somebody cuts you off. On a bike, everybody cuts you off, more than a big rig. And I've always had the right instinct to avoid the other car. restrictions after the skills test will be no passenger and no night riding. I'll be able to drive full speed limit and without a supervisor. Having said that, that'll rarely happen without having someone supervising me, because it's more fun riding in a group. As soon as I've bought new tires and new rim for my truck, we'll see how much money I have. I'm going to buy a Senna so we can communicate to each other on the bikes. Those things are awesome. And then I'll slowly buy more gear. I'll get all my gear before I even think of buying a bike, because I really want safety gear. I mean, you're wearing jeans and jackets and stuff will help, and I want to get proper safety gear so that when I wipe out a bike, I just wiped out a bike and not wipe myself out. And it's not if you're going to wipe out a bike, it is when you're going to wipe out a bike. I've dumped his bike twice already, just in the parking lot, really slow, losing balance. And broke the signal light on, or just burnt out the signal light. And some very, very minor scratches. He's got those pegs on there, so that when you wipe it out, it lands on the pegs and not the bike itself. So the only thing that touches the ground is those pegs and the handlebar. Oh, and the signal light. Yeah, when I get my bike, I'll definitely get those pegs too. This feels like a nice Sunday cruise. We'll go past Vasu Lake. Go past Vasu Lake here, and then we'll call it an episode. Jess will be back this week sometime. I think she's landing on Thursday. Wednesday maybe? No, I think she's landing on Thursday. Thursday night. I think. Could be Wednesday night. Either way, when I come home, she'll be there. We like kayaking on Vasu Lake. No power motors allowed on the lake. I wonder if electric motors are allowed. I'm not sure. It's like a bird sanctuary lake, so it's really fun to go kayaking on. You don't have to worry about anything, just get out there and enjoy. When you're kayaking in Skaha or Okanagan Lake, you've got to be constantly on guard where the boats are, because in a kayak you're so close to the surface, any kind of waves, you become completely invisible to the other boats. And if you're going to be invisible, it's my job to not be invisible. Just like if you're on a motorcycle or a small car and you're beside a big rig, that's on you to stay visible. Turning on your headlights is a good start. Day and night, always run your headlights. Always. Headlights and taillights on. It's not about you seeing better, it's about other people seeing you. Oh, there was Vasu Lake. Oh, we got a couple more corners here. We go past Vasu Lake. We'll go those couple more corners. And if you guys enjoyed the episode, hit that thumbs up. And we will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know where I'll start the video. After I'm loaded? We'll see. We'll see where, it depends where I sleep, I guess. If we sleep in Manning Park, I might do a video first thing in the morning. And if not, I might do a video after we're unloaded. I really like these highways going right along the side of the lakes. Just kind of fun. I've always enjoyed those. The first time I took them, I was just in awe of how beautiful it is. I take it for granted now. All right, signing off.